Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Like always, thank you so much for all your support, all your like, comments, feedback. I truly appreciate it. If this is the first time you're coming on my channel, can I request you to please hit the like, subscribe button and the bell icon so that you get to know all the videos that I intend to do. Now, I assure you, all the videos that I do will be helpful in your overall ACCA journey as well as your finance and accounting journey. Alright, now in today's video, what I'm going to cover is something that students have been asking me for all the years that I've been teaching ACCA, almost a decade now, right? Now, what is that question? Can we do 2 papers or more at a time? Now, my instant answer always has been no, right? Why? Because A, this is the flexibility that ACCA provides, that you give 1 paper at a time, and I cannot I cannot tell you how or such a big advantage this is, right? If you get to do 1 paper at a time. Ask your friends who are having to do 4 papers and it is not easy, right? So therefore you are lucky that you are getting to do 1 paper at a time. So that's why I would usually say that don't give up on this benefit of ACCA. The other thing is that almost all the leadership trainings, etc., that I attended, they would always say that focus on one goal, right? So when you've got this 1 paper in front of you, you will put all your energy and it is almost certain that you will be able to crack the exam. However, I understand, right, that not everyone wants to actually take this long. And also, while when we talk about 1 paper at a time, there is also an assumption that, this guy is maybe studying in college or probably working somewhere, right? So you have to put your efforts in 2 places, right? So let's say if you're someone who does not have, you're done with your college, you're not working currently, you just want to focus on ACCA, then yes, you can do more than 1 paper, maybe stop at 2, right? So you can do 2 papers at a time. Now, how do you go about doing this, right? So I have a very simple logic here. You need to identify what is your body clock like. For example, I am not a morning person. I don't like getting up at 5 in the morning, and it's just me, right? While I can stay up until 3, 4 in the night and I can be the most energetic at the time, right? However, it is everyone's body clock that is different, right? So you need to find out if you are up in the morning and you have all the energy, you have all the focus in the world, right? That should help you in figuring out which paper you can study at that time. Because look, while 2 papers is doable, but a lot of students do mess around by not doing the things that I'm talking to you about, right? So let's say if you're a morning person, at that time, pick up a paper which is a theory paper. Now, even before I start talking about it, I almost missed to mention that when you talk about 2 papers, make sure that you take 1 paper which is theory or theory heavy and the other paper is practical and solving of sums, etc., right? Because you need to make sure that there is some kind of offset between the 2, right? You can't have 2 crazy theory papers which takes forever to finish, forever to remember, or you can't have 2 heavy problem solving questions, long sums, etc., solving papers, so that you get tired and the exam kit is not yet done, right? So therefore, 1 theory heavy and then 1 is your practicals heavy paper, right? So I will take an example of audit and FR, right? It's a good example to give, right? So if you are someone who's a morning person, do audit at that time, right? Get up in the morning, freshen up and do the audit. Make sure that you've done the chapter, you've done the TYUs. Now, when I say done the TYUs, you have to write them, right? And once you're done with those answers, then go to the exam kit, pick up the relevant questions from the exam kit. Now, of course, I've done several videos on how to prepare for the exams and maybe you can look at that. But right now, that is how you prepare for the audit paper in the morning. And now, of course, if you're a morning person, that means you do not enjoy or you do not have a lot of energy, focus in the evenings, right? And this is a general thing. You could be, you can be different. But let's say you're someone who does not, does not like to stay up late and to study, etc. Then at that time, you can do problem solving, you can do sum solving, etc. So you can do FR at that time. right? You can do the questions, you can do again solve them, do the CBE, do the Excel, and make sure exam kit etc is all done together, right? because when it comes to theory, you have to have your focus all aligned, right? You need to have all the conceptual understanding, and it will only come when you are focused. When it comes to problem solving, when you have a sum in front of you, it is easier to keep trying and solving it. Of course, you may still get tired, but you will not doze off while calculating something. It is easier to doze off while you're reading something, but not while you are calculating something. So that's why you can do the FR paper at that time. Now, how many hours you need to put in? You can start with, let's say, 3 hours for each paper, right? And then as you come closer to the exams, make sure that you have then started to utilize all the time in the day. Of course, I will not say that stop sleeping, or I will not say that stop enjoying. You do take a break, have a little chill time if you want to, right? Go out for a walk, have nice fresh air, right? So that it will help you get your motivation back. But yeah, you will have to put in more hours, right? So that's how you go about preparing for 2 papers. Now, what are the other combinations that I can think of? You can maybe do PM with tax, or PM with FM. You can do SBL SBR, or you can do SBR AAA. You can do SBL AFM, right? So there are multiple permutation combinations that you can come up with, but the logic is one theory and one practical paper, right? Now, very important, because this is where a lot of students mess up as well, is that you focus more on the paper that you like. So for example, because I like FR, so I've been only focusing all my energy on FR, and I did not think so much of an audit. Now what happens, the audit paper is done before the FR paper, right? So I mess up in the audit paper because I did not put in equal efforts, and now I'm upset that I should have done better, I should have studied. Now all of that negativity, all of that demotivation will come into your FR's performance, and that, my friends, will result not only that you mess up the audit paper, but you will mess up your FR paper. And that is the sole reason why I have often said that don't go for 2 papers, because I know how this can impact if you mess up in one paper, right? So therefore, do make sure that you give equal efforts in both the papers. If there is a paper that you are weak, give there extra, but do not reduce the efforts required on the other paper, right? So why I am able to say with conviction that 2 papers is doable and you can pass them is because I have been a culprit myself. In my last sitting in December 2007, yes, very long ago, right, I did sit for 3 P-level papers, and I was able to clear all of them. I don't know how it happened, but I was lucky maybe, right? But I was able to clear all of them. I do know for a fact, while I will say that it was my luck, but I also put in crazy amount of efforts, right? So therefore it is doable. It is just that it requires a nice plan, a nice methodology. So as long as you're ready to do all of that, you should be able to crack 2 papers at a time, right? So I hope you find this useful. If you do please share it with your friends, so if they are preparing for 2 papers, they know how to go about it. If you would like me to cover anything else, please feel free to drop me a comment. And like always, thank you so much for listening in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.